Yes, we're gonna vote.
Hold on, Frenchie. Hold on.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ralph Clements Field for tonight's varsity soccer contest between the Rams and the Mustangs. Tonight's starting lineup for the Rams: Strong, number 13, DJ Smith, number 7, Braden Yardom, number 4, Brady Dixon, number 11, Jose Engler, Tony Orfendides, number 1, Zach Musso, and number 3, Kiefer Calkins. The Rams are coached by Matt Hill, assisted by Chris Yardom. And now for your Dansville Mustangs. Number 17, Billy Barrett. Number 13, Sawyer Barron. Number 3, Cam Cartwright. Number 6, Billy Delaney. Number 7, Jacob Smith. Number 12, Greg Young. Number 21, Jeff Birmingham. And number 4, Zach Criley. The Mustangs are coached by Stephen French.
That's it.
Yep. So you got to play your.
Oh yeah, thing. Shoot. I give up. Sorry.
Very excited with the reopening of athletics this fall. With the reopening comes a shared responsibility to ensure the safety of the athletes, coaches, safety of everyone. It is important that you were screened prior to being in attendance. This includes having your temperature checked, resulting in a reading of one with COVID-related symptoms in the last 14 days, and that in the last 14 days you have not traveled on the NYS travel advisory. These guidelines are consistent. We ask that everyone wear a face covering 6 feet from one another. Guidelines, you're doing your part to ensure the safety and opportunity to return to
Tanner? Can't hear you. Hello?
Good job, Madison. Get in there. He's out. Get in there. Yeah!
Hey. I can just barely hear you. Hello? Okay. All right. We actually had a change in schedule here. Game started at 6. So if you want, as soon as you can get me on, they're actually about 7 minutes in. We also have 2-0. So. What's that? I can just barely hear you.
Come on, be aggressive. Nobody wants the ball.
I can't hear you. Hello? Yeah. Call in where? Say the number again, 776? I can't hear the number. Hello, Janet? No, I can't hear the music now. I could hear the music on Skype, but I couldn't hear anybody talking to me. Okay. We'll just stay on this number then. can't hear the music though. I don't get the feed. Nope.
Good hustle, Jamie. Hustle, Jack.
Settle it, Billy.
Good job, Dixon.
No. Nope. All I'm hearing is you talking.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Oh God. Okay. Yep. Okay. Sounds good.
There you go. Nice. Nice. Move up. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah!
And good evening and welcome to high school soccer on WABH 1380, 100.3 FM, and on the TuneIn app. Just search for WABH. This is Mike Warren at Clement Stadium in Dansville for tonight's Livingston County Division I matchup between the Dansville Mustangs and the Haverling Rams. The last time we broadcast the boys here on WABH, it was last year's New York State Championship semifinal matchup when the boys lost to Skinny Atlas and who went on to win the 2019 Class B Championship. A little bit of change of plans here in Dansville. We had a 6:30 game start for this game tonight. It was actually a 6 o'clock start, so as I was showing up, the boys were on the field getting ready to go here. And we're now about over these Dansville Mustangs. Kiefer Calkins scoring 2 of those, and sophomore Zach Musso adding the 3rd one. So the Rams up 2-0 here, about 27 and a half minutes to go from Dansville in the first half. The Rams coming in, they've got a record of 4-1 on the season. Their only loss at the hands opening matchup against the Livonia Bulldogs. That's significant. A 39-game regular season winning streak. This includes 2 undefeated regular seasons the past 2 years, and even back into the previous year, the last 3 games of the regular season there. So that all ended. The hype was over after that first 2-1 loss against the Livonia Bulldogs up in Livonia to kick off the season. With that said, since then they've rattled out 4 very impressive victories. The latest being 6-0 victory over the Hornell Red Raiders that was at home at Howard J. Rock Athletic Facility on Monday night. And again, typical Hornell matchup, you'd expect to be a close 1-goal game. The Rams took that one easily by a score of 6-0. And this season certainly impacted, just like everyone's lives impacted by the COVID. It certainly has impacted the soccer season as well. Directly for these 2 teams, they were supposed to open up the season back on October 5th, that game had to be postponed due to a COVID expected potential quarantine issue at the Haverling district, and that was postponed. That'll be picked up on November 7th. That'll be played in Bath. Coach Hill, really looking to, I wouldn't say rebuild. The Rams don't seem to ever have to rebuild, but we'll say reload coming off of last year's state semifinal team. Losing Thomas continuing on his career at Mercyhurst College over Neary, and Lorenzo Serafini. In the midfield, losing Sam Arts, and then on goal, on the defense, was less than half a goal against average. Senior Jordan Dietz graduated last year. But as we said, the Rams don't rebuild, they reload. This year, picking up the scoring slack. Kiefer Calkins up front, as we said, has two already tonight for the Rams. Zach Musso coming up as a sophomore. Tony Orfanides, another senior on the attack. In
26 minutes to go.
Garden, who played there next to Sam Arts last year. DJ Smith moving up into the midfield for Coach Hill this year. And on defense, certainly two returning starters, real strong. Brendan Strong, senior, led in the center back, and then David Madison also stepping up. He was started last year as a sophomore. This year he was a junior. As we said, Dansville coming into tonight's game, looking for their first win. They started the season 0-5, and a real lopsided loss at the hands of those Livonia Bulldogs on Monday night. That was a 12-0 loss for the Mustangs in that game. They've given up 31 goals on the season. In the 5 games, will score in only 5. And again, the Rams up, as we were talking with the intro here, the Rams picked up another one, and they're now up 4-0 with about 25 minutes to go here in the first half. Now we've got Dansville here with a goal kick. The Rams keeping the pressure on even after the 4 goals. It's Brady Yarden winning the ball in the midfield, trying to find Nate Lusso out on the outside. It gets past Nate and up into Zach's foot, his brother Zach Lusso. Ball bouncing all the way back now over the head of Brendan Strong, going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. I believe that is Jamie O'Neill in goal for Coach Hill tonight. He's got a couple of goalkeepers that came up from the JV, so they're splitting some time between A.J. Brox and, as we said, Jamie O'Neill is in goal for Coach Hill and the Rams here tonight in Dansville. Foul now called right at midfield here against the Rams. It's going to be a direct kick for Dansville going in right at midfield. That ball played up and over, headed nicely there by Caden Madison. One now, DJ Smith trying to bring it down. He can't. Dansville now building a little bit of momentum. This the ball pass in front of the goal. And just wide. Jamie O'Neill can trip that down. Forced the shot quick, and it went just wide of goal. Ball got past about 3 of the Rams defenders, and it was 1v1 with the goalkeeper. As we said, Jamie did a nice job. Jamie O'Neill coming out of goal. About 23 minutes, or 23 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. That goal kick by Strong up and over everybody. Kiefer Calkins now going down the right-hand side. Tries to play the ball into the middle. Goes off the defender and out of bounds. Kiefer now looking for a quick throw-in on the far sideline. We are here. It is usually the football field at Clement Stadium. This year, no football being played here in the fall, so now they move most all their soccer games here to the field. Here, it's in good shape. The grass is in good shape. It is a little bit narrower than a typical soccer field because it's lined or set up to be a football field, which is probably a good 6.
Come on, Billy, keep coming.
Narrower.
Keep coming, Billy, go!
So the Rams trying to adjust to that. It is, like I said, the surface is nice, a nice grass finish. Rams trying to play the ball out of the back, find DJ Smith. He tries to find Zach Musso down the left-hand side, can't, but Brady Yarden doing a nice job winning the ball back in the midfield, playing it down the left-hand side again into the corner of the box. The defender there for Dansville. Kiefer Calkins trying to get on the end of it. The defender just knocks it out of bounds to safety, and a throw-in for the Rams. Then they're attacking third again. It's Zach Musso looking to get a throw into the box. Slips a little bit. Kiefer Calkins tries to head it back over the head of Zach and out of bounds. and it's going to be a throw. They're all white uniforms, white socks, white shorts, white shirt with the royal blue Haverling across the top, a small number below it, and big numbers on the back, all royal blue. The Rams blue and white. They're attacking here right to left. We're in the press box here at Clements Field, and the Rams, as we said, attacking right to left here towards the concession stand in Dansville. Dansville, they're in, they got red socks, black shorts, new jerseys, I believe, for home matches. They've got the gray with black stripes across them, and red numbers as well. Ball played now in the yard, and he's in the box outside of his foot. Nice catch across the far post and into the goal for the Rams. Putting the Rams up 5-0 about halfway through the first half. With that, we're going to send it back to for a brief word from our sponsors. Tanner, let's do just like 1 minute for it, so two spots. It's very, very light, very, very faint. I can hear just a little bit of them. Probably still give me a shout when I'm back on. And we're back in action here in Dansville. The Rams getting the ball off the kickoff, stealing the ball from Dansville. They are now again in there attacking end. Nice shot there at the far post, played across through the hands of the keeper and up and out of bounds. And it's going to be the Rams with a corner kick. It's going to be Brady Yardham going to that far sideline, set to take the corner kick. A bunch of Rams now lined up about the 12-yard line, and Coach Hill bringing a couple of subs in as they're up early 5-0 about halfway through the first half. Brady Yardham now on that far post, setting to take it with his left foot. This will be an in-swinger, be hooking in with his left foot towards goal. The Rams getting into about the 6, into the near post, headed nicely there by the defender, off the top of his head, out of bounds, and it's going to be another goal kick another corner kick for the Rams. And with that, we're just about halfway through the first half.
Like you, we are very excited with the reopening of athletics this fall. With the reopening comes a shared responsibility to ensure the safety of the athletes, coaches, officials, and everyone in attendance. To ensure the safety of everyone, it is important that you are screened prior to being in attendance. This includes having your temperature checked, resulting in a reading of less than 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and agreeing to having no COVID-related symptoms, as well as not having been in close proximity to anyone with COVID-related symptoms in the last 14 days. And that in the last 14 days, you have not traveled here from a state listed on the NYS travel advisory. These guidelines are consistent with NYS DOH. We ask that everyone wear a face covering for the entire time you are present and maintain a distance of at least 6 feet from one another unless you are near individuals from the same household as you. By following these guidelines, you're doing your part to ensure the safety and well-being of everyone in attendance, as well as supporting the student athletes in their opportunity to return to play. Thank you for your cooperation.
taking the field after the mass break. It's Brady Yardom again, bending the Yardom trying to bring it down. DJ Smith trying to bring that down at the top of the box to play.
Send it, Ryan.
Dansville now looking for the counterattack. Rams quickly getting back. All sorts of white numbers behind the ball and forcing that ball out of bounds. Quick throw in now on the far sideline in front of Coach Hill and the Rams bench. Goes out of bounds, and I believe it's going to be a Dansville throw just on their defensive end of the field. Again, we are in Dansville at Clement Field. It's tonight's Division I Livingston County matchup. The Haverling Rams against the Dansville Mustangs. Just a little over halfway through the first half. It's the Rams up 5-0 over the Mustangs. Yardom now playing the ball out wide to Zach Musa. He plays the ball forward to the corner. That's A.J. Brotz. He tries to play the ball in. He can't. Comes off the foot into Carter Valley for Dansville. And foul going to be called against the Rams right at midfield. Going to be a direct kick now for Dansville. As a little bit of a push there. I believe that was Zach Musa. Ball played forward. Brady Yardom trying to bring it down. Kind of took a bad hop on him. Scooted up, hit his hand, and it's going to be a handball on Yardom. Now about 40 yards out for Dansville. It's going to be a direct kick just about the center of the circle for Dansville. It is going to be number 21, Jeff Birmingham, with this direct for the Dansville Mustangs. A.J. Brotz fronting the ball. Rest of the Rams holding out about the top of the 18 and top of the penalty box, trying to draw the Mustangs outside. One hop. O'Neal goes down. Ball bounced right in front of him. He was kind of misjudged it. He tried to backpedal. He slipped. We're fortunate, able to pull that ball in. It's Jamie O'Neal pulling it in for the Rams now, looking to distribute with a punt at the top of the box. Nice punt there to midfield. Comes down to the foot of A.J. Brotz. Brotz now plays it forward to Zach Musa. He's holding up, looking to see what he's got. Nice move down the left-hand side. Still on inbound. Plays it forward to Brotz, going to go out of bounds off of Dansville, and Brotz going to get a quick throw and into the box. He's looking for Josh Miles, who's in the center now on attack for the Rams. Can't quite get it to him. It's number 6 there battling for the Rams. It's Kean McRae trying to get possession. He a little bit too much of a push there, and the Dansville player goes down. Foul called on McRae as Dansville now plays it out. The Rams keeping it in. Still in their defensive end. Dansville maintaining possession is going to go off the foot. Number 23 for the Rams. It's Gavin Buckley, and another throw in, this time in front of Coach Steve French, for the Dansville Mustangs. Throw up and over, all the way up now, played up to Josh Miles up in front. He and A.J. Brotz battling for it for the Rams, taken away by Dansville. Played now over midfield. Ezra Ho doing a nice job defensively on the attacker there, and forcing him to play it back, and then the ball is going to go out of bounds for a Rams throw right below us here in front of the bleachers at Clement Field in Dansville. Rams now subbing on the far side. I believe that's Bram Pomplus checking in for Coach Hill, and the Rams. That throw comes into the foot of DJ Smith. He couldn't quite possess it, and it's going to go out of bounds right at midfield, right below us here from the press box. Throw in now for the Mustangs. Right here below us, it's a defender coming up to take it. It's number 4, Zach Riley. Riley going down the sideline. A.J. Brotz heading the ball back over his head. And now coming back. Nice job there by 14.
Light, Bryce, good.
And the Rams, Ezra Ho, finally playing it out of danger. Over the defense of Dansville. Brotz trying to get on the end of it. He's got pressure on the defender. The defender there keeping it in. Brotz battling. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Dansville. And Brotz quickly looking for the throw, and he finds the foot of Smith. Smith gets around that last defender, and it's going to be another throw for, this time it's going to be for Dansville. DJ Smith thought it went off the Dansville defender that time. Didn't get the call, and Dansville now with the throw. Header by Brotz. He's looking for Yardom in the middle. Yardom plays the ball forward all the way down into the box. It's number 4, Riley. Getting around Brotz, playing the ball out, all right to the foot of DJ Smith. Smith about 25 yards out, plays the ball all the way across. Back on the Miles, got 12 yards line. Can't quite get the shot off and defended out by the Mustangs defender. Zach Musso now, he and Ezra Ho playing a little short game here. Ezra trying to find Musso again, a little bit too far outside of him. Going to go out of bounds for a Dansville throw. 15 minutes to go here at Clement Field. It's the Haverling Rams 5, the Dansville Mustangs 0. Another sub here for the Rams. It's going to be 17, checking in Austin Thorius for Coach Hill and the Rams. Nice 5-goal lead here. Coach Hill getting pretty much everybody in off his bench here in the first half, getting in some playing time. And
Come on up, Fred, come on!
A lopsided matchup here tonight. We expected it on paper, but you never know when you play the game. That's why they do play the game of soccer. It's a strange one. Could look good on paper, but until you step on the field, you never know. Throw in now for the Mustangs on that far sideline, all the way down the sideline, and it's going to be played up and out of bounds by number 14, Caden Madison for the Rams.
Get up, Bryce,
Another
get up,
throw in
get up,
right
Bryce,
at
go!
midfield for Dansville on the far sideline. Ball played into the middle, defended nicely by the Rams. This time it's Thorius now playing the ball forward. He gets it to Smith. Smith plays the ball to Brock. Brock's looking for Miles. He's in the box. He's got the keeper beat. He's got it on his left foot. He gets around him. Keeper plays just out of bounds. Nice job there by the keeper coming out. It was Josh Miles, 1v1 versus the keeper up front. And the keeper did a nice job coming out. That's Aiden O'Connor coming out of goal for the Mustangs. Actually played the ball off the foot of Miles and won the throw in even for Dansville. So now they've got the throw out of their defensive third here, just to the left of us, underneath the press box. That throw going down the sideline. It's Thorius battling with number 14. That's Applin for the Mustangs. Comes down to the foot of Bratz. He finds Smith. Smith now looking through the middle, trying to get the ball all the way across. Couldn't quite do it, and played out there by the Mustangs. Caden Madison keeping it in, playing a little kickball now back and forth by the defenders. All the way back this time to Brendan Strong. He's got a left foot up and over everybody. He finds the foot of Bratz. Bratz drops it back to Thorius. Thorius now looking for Bratz going back down the left-hand side. Can't quite do it. Ball comes out this time to DJ Smith. He's got it back into Thorius. Thorius now has the ball taken away, and a foul is going to be called. It's going to be a push on the Dansville Mustangs, and this time it's in a dangerous position, about 25 yards out, maybe 30 yards out from goal, right at the near post for the Rams. And we'll see. We've got a couple of them standing over the top of it. We'll see who's going to get the call from Coach Hill. It looks like Bratz standing over it. Looks like Brady Yarden standing over it. Looks like even Kean McCrae coming back down. He might get the shot. Yarden now leading it. It is McCrae on the ball. There's a 4-man wall. McCrae, nice shot, bends it around the wall, played out by the foot of the goalkeeper O'Connor. Right back to McCrae. He gets it all the way out to Smith. Smith looking across to the far post, just over the head of Josh Miles, and off the end line for a goal kick. Nice shot there by Kean McCrae. Coach Hill has the luxury this year, a few extra players on the team that he probably typically wouldn't have. With some of the other sports, in this case football, not playing, some of those players that typically would be playing football, Kean being one of those, and Josh Miles, another one I know for sure, have decided to try their feet at soccer, and doing a nice job for Coach Hill out there tonight especially. Ball played in. Astoria's playing the ball all the way out. A.J. Bratz trying to track it down. He can't quite get to it, but it went off the foot of a defender. And Bratz now going to get a throw and all the way into the box, almost to the near post. Again, a narrow field here, but that ball was played to the near post with a throw in. It's Yarden playing the ball all the way out wide to Pomplus. Pomplus plays the ball in. Josh Miles turns, tries to get a shot off, not quite enough on it. And the goalkeeper, Aiden O'Connor, coming up with it, and now looking to distribute with a punt. Nice punt, well over midfield, right to the foot of Brendan Strong. Brendan plays it midfield. Dansville player wins it there, trying to go down around the corner. Now Ezra Howe doing a nice job defending on him, going to just shield that ball out of bounds and win the throw for the Rams. Slippery ball there. Ezra seemed to lose it out of his hands. Still came down to the foot of DJ Smith. He and Thorius now battling. Now it's Yarden back in the middle. Ball played across, Caden Madison off his chest, and played forward, trying to find
each other.
He and A.J. Bratz now battling two defenders for Dansville. And Dansville comes away with it, plays it forward. Ezra Hode, the lone freshman for Coach Hill, he's doing a great job there on defense for Coach Hill. Really marking up one of the attackers there for Dansville.
Up the line, Bryce.
Did lose the ball out of bounds this time to going to be a throw in, and it's going to be Zach Freely for the Dansville Mustangs with that throw. All the way back to Brendan Strong. Again, nice header there by the Dansville defender. One now in the middle by DJ Smith. He's trying to get wide around the midfielder. He does. He's still got possession on that far sideline. Plays the ball into the middle. Headed away. Comes down to the foot of Brotz, about 18 yards out. Ball bounces around twice off the chest of the Dansville defender. And now cleared. And there's Katie Madison winning the ball before the attacker can get to it. Back to the foot of Brotz. He finds Thorius at the 18. Thorius got one to get by. Can't quite do it. He tried to cut it back to his right foot. Defended nicely there by Dansville. Smith and Yarden now. They find Thorius again. He's at the 18. This time he gets by and it's on his left foot. Nice slide tackle out of bounds by the Dansville defender. I believe that was number 13, Sawyer Barron coming across. Slide tackle out of bounds. And it's going to be a goal kick. They must have slid and knocked that ball off the foot of Thorius. And out of bounds for a goal kick for the Dansville Mustangs. You're listening to the Rams Radio Network High School Soccer. Tonight's Division I Livingston County matchup with about 8 minutes to go here in the first half. It's the Haverling Rams. Or 5, the Dansville Mustangs. Now, ball played out all the way over midfield now. It's Brendan Strong bouncing it right back in down the right-hand side, trying to find Pomplus. He does. Pomplus plays it up and over now. Can't get the number going down that right-hand side for the Rams. He's on the attack on that far sideline. It's number 8, Tony Orphanides, I believe. The ball played all the way back out. Now it's A.J. Brotz tracking back, trying to find Yarden. Can't quite do it. Yarden's still keeping it in. Brotz are battling as one of the Dansville midfielders. Brotz comes away with it, finds Thorius. Thorius to Josh Miles. He's in front of the box. Thorius with a shot. Great save by the keeper. O'Connor trying to point blank about 8 yards out. Thorius for the Rams. It was with Austin Thorius doing a great shot at the near post. Quick reaction save. Got his hand up, knocked it down, and the defender was there to clear it for the Mustangs. Ball played out to Brotz again. He gets around that defender. He's got some space in front of him on the left-hand side. And it's going to be number 4 tracking back. That's Creeley tracking back for Dansville. Knocking the ball out of bounds. And
7 minutes to go.
Just under 7 minutes to go here at Clement Field in Dansville. The Rams still leading 5-0 over the Mustangs. Looks like a full line change here for Coach Hill. Brought in about 5 or 6 subs at one time. And it's going to be number 24 with the throw. It's Wyatt Rodburn for the Rams, getting his first appearance of the night, I believe. He's getting the ball all the way on the end line. And that looks like Brady Dixon having the ball knocked away out of bounds, and he's going to take the throw this time for the Rams on this near post, or near sideline, all the way to the center of the goal. Ball's in front, bounces down, and still bouncing around in there. Can't quite get a shot off. Ball comes out to Pomplus. He plays the ball back in, and it's going to be a goal kick off the foot of the Rams attacker, just about the 6. They tried to deflect it, but not quite on goal and out of bounds for a Dansville goal kick. Dansville playing that ball short, and now nice long ball up and out. It's going to go out of bounds right in front of the Dansville bench on the far sideline, giving the Rams a throw just in front of Coach French and the Dansville Mustang bench. It's going to be Caden Madison coming up from his defensive position to make that throw all the way down the sideline. Going to be headed out of bounds again on that far sideline, and the Rams again with a throw. High school sports on AM 1380 WABH. FM 100.3 is brought to you by Pizza D's. Pizza, wings, subs, calzones, salads, and much more at 31 Liberty Street. Call 622-4200 for pizza delivered. Fagan's Funeral Home. 4 generations we have provided compassionate, caring, dependable service when you need it most, at the most difficult time. R&D Outdoor Solutions, Bath's Steel Equipment Store, featuring power saws, lawn trimmers, and leaf blowers on East William Street in Bath. The ball now played all the way into the Rams' defensive end. Strong playing it up and over into the midfield. Brady Dixon trying to win it. He can't. Ball bounces back out. Number 18, Brody Baldwin, trying to get on the end of it. He can't. Back to Dixon now in front, about 25 yards out. Ball played up now into the midfield. Keeper Calkins back into the game for Coach Hill. He's back in the central midfield now. He's trying to get the ball down the right-hand side to Baldwin. Baldwin plays the ball in. It's going to be off the foot of Dixon, right into the hands of the goalkeeper, O'Connor. Nice punt there by O'Connor all the way over midfield, down to the foot of Birmingham for the Mustangs. He plays the ball forward. A couple of Rams now defending. Number 22 is running mate, Carnivale. And this ball straight up in the air, still bouncing around in front of the Rams goal, about 20 yards out. It's going to be Jamie O'Neill coming out off his line about 13 yards to the right side of goal, picking that up before any danger for the Mustangs. Nice punt, one hop over midfield, one there by the Mustangs. Played now back over, looking to go far to the left-hand side, stolen by the Rams. And now it's going to be Tomplis. He plays the ball up and over. Can't quite get there. Ian Rodburn are chasing the ball down. Torius now takes it away and going to win a corner kick off the foot of the Dansville player. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. It's going to be the Rams with another corner kick, leading 5-0 over the Dansville Mustangs.
3.5 minutes to go.
It's going to be Yarden stepping down, taking this corner kick. He is on the near post. Guessing this is going to be played in with his right foot, so he'll be bending in towards the goalkeeper. 6 Rams in front of the goal. One's standing in front of the goalkeeper trying to shield his vision. Goes to the far post, headed up in the air by Dansville, trying to bring it down in the box. Thorius gets it about 10 yards out, gets a left foot on it, can't quite muster enough on the shot. It's going to be Yardem and Kiefer Calkins tracking the ball back. Yardem's going to play it off to Calkins. He plays it forward to Dixon. Dixon tries to turn, can't quite get around the defender. Nice ball up and over. And played out nicely there by the Dansville defender on the far sideline. Going to go out of bounds right in front of Coach Hill. And the Rams now right at midfield with a throw in on the far sideline. All the way down the right-hand side, it's going to be Brady Dixon trying to get on the end of it. He can't. Going to go out of bounds again, this time in front of the Dansville bench on that far sideline. A lot of action early here. As we said, we joined a little bit late. It was a 6 o'clock start. The Rams were up 3-0 when we came on the air. They added 2 more pretty quickly. About halfway through the first half, the Rams were up 5-0, and that's where we stand. Rams 5. Ball comes across to Robert. He gets it, pulls it across to his right foot. Nice shot on goal. It was right at the keeper, O'Connor, able to pull that in. Nice punt right at midfield. Comes down to the foot of Birmingham. He loses possession, plays it forward. It's Yarden now, about 30 yards out. He's trying to find Dixon. He got it on his left foot, gets around the defender, goes far post, just in front of Torius, and going to go out of bounds on that far sideline. Ball on his left foot, great ball across the front. Torius was about 6 yards out, couldn't quite get on the end of it, and the ball just trickles out of bounds for a goal kick for the Mustangs. About a minute and a half to go here in the first half from Clement Field. It's Mike Warren with the broadcast on the Rams radio network. On the far sideline now, it's going to be another Dansville throw, again in front of Coach Steve French and the Dansville bench. Right at midfield now, it's the Rams playing the ball forward. Keeper Calkins, kind of not on the same page with the outside midfielder over there. Ball goes out of bounds. I believe that was Baldwin, Brody Baldwin for Coach Hill. Ball out of bounds. Ball now bouncing around the midfield. It's Yarden getting a little bit of space in front of him. He's got about 4 players in front of him. Gets it across to Dixon, about 25 yards out. Dixon turns, loses possession. Ball comes back to Calkins. Dixon back on the ball. He's battling now with the defender. Plays the ball out wide. That's Rodburn. Rodburn gets the ball into the box, looking for Torius. And the ball is going to go out of bounds off the Dansville defender again. This time it's going to be Yarden sprinting after that ball. About 30 seconds to go here in the first half. They want to get the corner off before the end of the half. So it is Yarden. He again is on this near sideline. Going to play the ball in with his right foot as it's going to be bending in towards keeper. And the ball goes up and over again to the far post. It's Dixon getting the head on it. It comes right straight back across. You want that head to come back across the goal mouth, but that was a little bit too far. Just wide of goal and out of bounds for a goal kick. This kick probably will wrap it up for the first half as Dansville takes the kick and knocks it out of bounds. And that's going to wrap it up for the first half. It's your Haverling Rams 5, the Dansville Mustangs 0. as we said, Coach Hill got to be pleased with that first half. They got off to a quick start. They had 5 goals in the first 20 minutes of the matchup. When we came on the air, it was a quick 6 o'clock start. We came on the air a little bit late for that start. The Rams were already up 3-0. They added 2 more quick ones once we got it in the air, and that's where we stand, 5-0. I know that Zach Lusso has 1, and Brady Dixon has 1. I'm not quite sure who had the third one, as that was as we were getting set up. Didn't quite get the number of who that was, and but the Rams up 5-0 here against the Mustangs. And with that, we're going to send it back to the studio for more words from our sponsors. Can we do let's do 3 minutes and we'll send it back, and then I'll do just kind of a quick start to the second half here, and then we'll do another maybe a minute or 2 before we actually go back on for the second half. Thanks.
Gotta lose all your hair first. It's a rule.
No, it's not, because I'm never going to.
We'll see, buddy. We'll see.
I wanted to pop up and say hello, and I wanted to let you know about that.
Alright, put it in the van.
It's in there, because I brought these to both cars.
Greg pumped gas. It was very exciting.
But, alright, straight out.
This is about how the Hornell game went. Pretty close.
What's that?
This is about how the Hornell game went. Pretty close.
Our Hornell?
Yeah.
No, we won 6-0.
Yeah, you're headed there. It was close between us and Hornell, so that's why. Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate your coach substituting players. So Lone didn't do that 2 days ago, and it was a little rough.
And this is Mike Warren back in Dansville for tonight's Livingston County Division I matchup between the Haverling Rams and the Dansville Mustangs. We are at the half, and the Rams are leading by a score of 5-0 here at the half. Before we started, as we came on the air a little bit late, we didn't really get a chance to talk about this year's team. We talked a little bit about last year's team and the gaps and the holes that Coach Hill would have to fill. Certainly, we talked about it, not necessarily having to rebuild after a state semifinal team, but for Coach Hill, it's really about reloading. He's doing that, as we said. Kiefer Calkins, this is his the third year as a starter for Coach Hill. He's leading the team in goals. Came into the night with 9 goals. Got at least two more tonight, so he's up to at least 11. Sophomore coming up from the JVs from last year, Zach Musso. He's second leading scorer, and then Tony Orfanides, a senior for Coach Hill, is third in goals for the Rams. Brady Yardom lost his running mate in the midfield last year. Sam Arnstead was a senior who moved on for graduation. But DJ Smith, one of those defenders from last year, a sophomore last year, coming up, and now it's two juniors, Brady Yardom and DJ Smith, really manning the midfield for Coach Hill in the center. On defense, two of the three, we talked about DJ Smith moving up from his outside back position last year. This year it's Brendan Strong, who is a senior, four-year starter for Coach Hill. He's anchoring the defense just as he did last year for Coach Hill. And then it's junior Caden Madison at the outside back as well. And another part of the reloading is a freshman coming up from last year, Ezra Hogue, doing a great job, as we said, at the other outside back. So Coach Hill really not rebuilding this year, but reloading as the season has proven here early on. Just a reminder, we got a busy schedule in front of us. Tonight's the first of 4 in a row. Tonight, of course, we're here in Dansville with the boys. Tomorrow, I'll be traveling over to Hornell. It'll be a girls' match. It'll be a 6:30 start there in Hornell. The Haverling girls taking on the Hornell Red Raiders. That's a rematch of an earlier game with the Lady Rams winning at home 2-0 early in the season. So I'm sure Coach Wilkerson there in Hornell will have his girls ready to go, looking to avenge that loss early on to the Lady Rams. So that's tomorrow night at 6:30. And then Friday night, we'll have the boys again, and that will be revenge night for Coach Hill and the Rams. The Livonia Bulldogs will come to town, come to the Howard J. Rock Athletic Facility, as the Rams will take on the Livonia Bulldogs. And as of right now, we talk about Livingston County Division I. It is those two teams atop the standings, both with one loss. The Bulldogs have lost to Letchworth Warsaw. The Rams, of course, with a one loss to the Livonia Bulldogs. So that'll be Friday night at home at the Rock against the Bulldogs. And then Saturday we'll have the girls again. That'll be an exciting rematch of the first game of the season for the girls. They traveled up to Leroy, came away with a 5-4 sudden victory overtime win up there. So Leroy will be coming to Bath on Saturday. That again will be a 6:30 start. I believe that will be on the football field in Bath. I'm down on the turf field. So a lot of exciting matches coming up here. As we said, with no football this year, we're going to try to do as much soccer for you as we can here on WABH 1380 AM, 100.3 FM, and on the TuneIn app. This is Mike Warren, and we are in Dansville. Tonight's Livingston County Division I matchup. Both teams starting to come out here for the second half kickoff. And before we get started here in the second half, we're going to send it back to our studio for another word from our sponsors. Let's do a 2-minute spot here for tapes. Thanks.
Oh, it is Ryan. All right. Is Aiden up front? Or is he on defense there in the middle? I think so. Let's go Ryan. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
I was letting him know the situation.
And we're back at the Clement Stadium here in Dansville. Second half just underway. The Rams with a kickoff. Again, they're attacking left to right here in the second half. That ball played up and over. The Rams play the ball back. Brendan Strong up and over, trying to find an outside midfielder running on into the hands of the goalkeeper. We had a goalkeeper change here at half. It's going to be Ryan Carnevale for Dansville this second half in goal. Ball did bounce off of a Dansville defender there, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Rams early on here, about 1 minute into the second half. It's going to be Brady Yardom on the far sideline now, bending this in again with his right foot. A lot of Rams in front. They're crisscrossing. They're trying to create confusion. Ball comes down to the foot of DJ Smith at the far post. He can't get anything on it. Jose Engler trying to now turn on it. He can't defend it out and bounced out of bounds on the far sideline. Off of Brady Dixon playing the left mid here, starting off the second half for Coach L. Throw in now to be an illegal throw from the Dansville player. Didn't quite take it all the way back over his head. And it's going to be Brady Dixon getting it in quick now down the left-hand side. Kiefer Calkins trying to get on the end of it. He does. Keeps it in nicely. He's still on the far sideline. Plays it back to Dixon. Dixon all the way back to Brady Yardom. Square now to DJ Smith, about 18 yards off. Nice shot there, just off the outside of his foot. A little over goal and out of bounds for the goal kick. Nice ball there. It was Calkins all the way in the corner. Laid the ball back to Brady Dixon. Again, back to Brady Yardom. A nice square ball. And DJ Smith, one touch, got a nice shot off with that right foot, as we said, just a little bit over goal and out of bounds. And a goal kick for Carnivale and the Mustangs. Yardom now winning the ball in the midfield, trying to find Calkins. Can't quite connect with him. Ball played out now, and it's the Rams tracking back all the way back, this time to Brendan Strong. He plays the ball all the way out to Engler. He and Smith now, Smith overlapping. Rams just keeping possession. Smith plays the ball back to Strong. He's got two Dansville attackers on him. Yardom and Smith now can't quite connect. They were looking for Kiefer Calkins up front. Can't quite get it to his feet and played out by Dansville. Rams now keeping it in the midfield. It's Orphanides now down this right-hand side. He does find Calkins about 20 yards out to the outside to Engler. Engler with a nice ball across the middle. It's at the foot of Calkins again. He's got it on his left. Plays the ball wide. And not quite able to get it out. But Smith deflected off the defender for Dansville and out of bounds. A lot of dangerous chances there. They were trying to find number 25, Dan Waters, on that far post. Couldn't quite get it to him, but it deflected out. And this time it's going to be a corner kick for Yardom on this near post, near sideline as he's tracking down. We're in the press box here at Clement Field. Yardom is just to the right of us, as we said. The Rams in their black shorts and red socks. This ball in with his left foot to the far post. It's Calkins going up. It's in front of the goal. Waters with the ball. And Calkins knocking it down with his head right to Waters, Dan Waters. I believe that may be his first start with the Coach Hill last year. Didn't get a ton of playing time, but again, I think this may be his first goal of his career for Coach Hill and the Rams. It's Dan Waters with an assist from Kiefer Calkins, putting the Rams up by a score of 6-0 here, about 4 minutes into the second half. Nice goal there by the Rams. It was, as we said, Yardom with his left foot. That ball went to the far post. Calkins did a nice job getting a head on it. He put it right back in front, and it was Dan Waters. Knew what to do with it from about 6 yards out. He found the back of the net. Again, putting the Rams up by a score of 6-0. Ball played out this time. It's DJ Smith right at midfield here. Nice move to get around the attacker for Dansville. He's trying to find Waters on the far sideline. Comes down to the foot of Calkins. Calkins playing the ball out wide to Dixon. Dixon cuts it back, still in front. And this is going to go right to the goalkeeper. Carnivale, this time he's going to suck it up before any Rams can get there. This punt now off the side of his foot. Dixon trying to win it with a header. Quick hustle back to midfield for Dixon. He does keep it in. He finds Brady Yardom in the midfield. Dixon now going down the left-hand side, trying to find Waters. Going to go out of bounds before Waters can get to it. And a throw in deep in the defensive end for the Mustangs. Right down the sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds without anybody touching it. Dixon now picking it up for the Rams. Up and over, everybody finds Calkins. Calkins plays it across all the way over the far post, and it's DJ Smith trying to track it down here, trying to keep the ball in, and it's going to go off his foot, out of bounds. Quick throw in for the Mustangs. Engler able to win it about the 18-yard line. Dansville plays the ball out to the foot of Yardom. Yardom finds Engler back at the 18. He gets up to his left foot. Now it's to Calkins with his left foot deflected. And Carnivale still bouncing about 2 times off the chest of Carnivale. 2 great saves. It was Calkins, then a rebound came to Orphanides, who put it right back on the chest of Carnivale and out of bounds, this time on the near sideline. The Rams now with a throw. It's going to be Jose English with the throw here on the near sideline for Coach Hill and the Rams. Sub coming in for the Rams. English looking for a teammate. It is going to be Hawkins checking back. He's in the box. He looks to turn all the way square in the center of the field to Yardham playing it all through back in. Nice idea there by Yardham trying to play a through ball back to Hawkins. Hawkins maybe a step too soon, or that the pass maybe a step too late, and it was going to be Hawkins offside and the ball coming out for him. Header won by DJ Smith. He finds Hawkins about 30 yards out. Nice move. He's at the 18 now. Shot at the far post. It's going to be Hawkins finding the back here now. Great shot at that far post. Just inside that far post for the Rams. And he's going to put him up by a score of 7-0. And I believe that's a hat trick for Keeper Hawkins. And with that, we're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsors. We'll be back with more second half action. Let's just do 1 minute here. Thanks.
Good job, boy.
Step for that, Zach. No.
Nice ball. Nice ball. Oh! Good try, Dixon.
Okay, yep. And after that goal by Hawkins, we're back in Dansville. After the kickoff, the Rams quickly regained possession, moved the ball back down the field, and shot there by Brady Dixon going to just slide, where we got a goal kick for the Dansville Mustangs down to the right of us here at the press box. That ball won there by Hawkins. It's Englert making a run down the right-hand side. He's into the box. He's got a defender on him, looking for options, turns it back. He finds Arpanites. He and Englert now battling there with two Dansville defenders coming out to the foot of the Dansville player. Not quite out of danger. It's Madison keeping it in off the back head of one of the Dansville players. Arpanites now at the 6, plays it all the way across. And it's going to be Dixon trying to track it down now on the far sideline. He does. He's on the end line, looks to cross, going to go out of bounds, and ball in by Arpanites. He got the ball all the way across it. It went right in front of the goal. Nobody able to get a foot on it for the Rams. Dixon able to track it down on that far sideline. Tried to get around him on the touchline. Couldn't, but won a corner kick for the Rams. It's going to be Yardham again, this time on the far sideline, playing it in with his right foot. Again, all sorts of Rams in front of the goal. Josh Miles again checking back in for the Rams. He's in front. Dixon's in front. Smith is waiting out front, waiting for a rebound. That ball in about the 6. Headed off the head, back head there from the Dansville defender, out of bounds again. And it's going to be Brady Yardham tracking all the way across the field, picking up the ball, and he's going to have another corner kick this time on the near sideline for the Rams. Again, we got a busy week ahead of us. This is the first of 4. Tomorrow it's the girls in action over in Hornell against the Red Raiders. Then Friday night we got Livonia Bulldogs coming to the Rock at Howard J. Rock Athletic Facility. We'll have that one at 6:30, and then on Saturday night the girls will be at home on the turf field down at the football field against the Leroy Ogden Knights. That'll be a rematch of that 5-4 thrilling overtime victory to start off the season before the Rams.
Good hustle, Yardham.
Back in action here. It's Yardham now down the right-hand sideline. Plays the ball back to Englert. Englert square to Hawkins. He gets around one of the midfielders there. Still tracking back, gets the ball all the way out to the left-hand side. Dixon at his foot. He plays the ball back to Musa. Rams really just doing a nice job keeping possession here, looking for openings in that defense. This one playing in front, looking for Miles. Nice job there by the Dansville defender. Stepping in front of Miles, playing the ball out. Not all the way out of danger though, as it's Caden Madison knocking it back in for the Rams. On the left-hand side, it's Musa getting it up to about 12. Miles trying to track back to it, can't quite get there. And now
keep going, Greg.
Back. all the way back now into the defensive end. Brendan Strong tracking back all the way back with his left foot. Gets it up and over midfield. He does find Miles. Miles back to Yard. He's looking for options. Up and over, a little bit too goal. And doing a nice job for the Mustangs. That punt right into the left-hand side to Dixon. Can't quite get it out there. He's back on the ball though. He's talking. This time he does win it. Get it to Dixon. Taken away nicely there by Dansville. Trying to break through the midfield as Dansville with a little bit of a counterattack. The ball's going to go out of bounds on that far sideline. Now in the defensive end for the Rams with a throw-in for the Rams. Coach Hill again subbing in 2 or 3 players, trying to keep people fresh here. We got about 29 minutes to go in the game here from Dansville. The Rams leading by a score of 7-0 over the Mustangs. Nice ball up and over. It's going to be out here to number 23. That's Gavin Buckley. He plays the ball forward to Miles. Miles is on the right-hand side in the box trying to keep it in. He can't. It's going to go off of him and out of bounds for another goal kick for the Mustangs. Nice ball there, played all the way over to Buckley. Buckley found Miles in the box down the right-hand side. A little bit too far out in front because Miles couldn't control it, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. And Dansville now with a goal kick. Well, out to almost to the center circle here. It's Hawkins battling with Dansville midfielder, and a foul going to be called. Looks like maybe a little bit of a hold on Hawkins, and it's going to be a direct kick for Dansville. Out of their defensive third, right about the center circle, going to be the center back coming up to take it. Bounces off the back of DJ Smith, who's now up on the attack. Looks like he and Keeper Hawkins have switched places. Ball comes across. It's Miles in front of the box. He's at the far post. He's trying to pull it behind him, loses possession. It's going to go out of bounds again. Nice ball played across there by Zach Russo. He found Miles behind the defense there. Miles tried to get the shot off, lost possession and off the end line, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Mustangs. As we said, some of these players may be a little bit out of position here. It looks like DJ Smith, typically in the midfield working with Yardom. He's moved up now. He's on the center attack. Maybe wanting to find the back of the net maybe for the first or second time for him this season. Calkins back into the midfield. He has played there before, but is really accustomed to being up front. He is maintaining possession on the far sideline. Gets the ball into the corner, a little bit too far out in front of Zach Musso, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. It was Smith playing the ball, trying to spring Musso free down the sideline, but it's a little bit too far out in front, out of bounds, and a goal kick for the Mustangs. About 26 and a half minutes to go here from Clement Field in Dansville. It's the Haverling Rams 7. The Dansville Mustangs still. Throwing now off that goal kick for the Rams. Far sideline. We talked a little bit about how COVID has changed the game of soccer here as well. As not only did we delay the season by at least a month before the teams could get back on the field and practicing, but at least in Livingston County and Steuben County, all the players have to wear the mask on the field, which as a former player myself and talking with my son and daughter about it, I'm not quite sure how they do it, but certainly they're working through it. I know they're just glad to be on the field, and hopefully we can continue to keep them on the field here through this pandemic that has affected just about everyone's life in one way, shape, or form. A small sacrifice, I think, for the players to be able to play the game in the water.
Let him get up. Let him get up.
And the officials to be able to officiate the game in the water. Certainly, one small sacrifice, but great to see these kids on the field playing the game of soccer, and hopefully, as we said, we can continue on throughout the entire season. I will tell you that sectionals are really up in the air right now. I'm not really sure exactly what sectionals are going to look like in Section 5, but those meetings and discussions are going on now. I believe there will be a sectional tournament of some sort, but may not look like a traditional sectional tournament in Section 5. There will not be, we talked about the Rams and their chief run into the state tournament last year, losing in the semifinals. That is one thing that has been canceled this year. There will be no state tournament for soccer, or I believe for any sports throughout this school year. So, certainly, they'll play as long as they can right about now we'd be talking about getting ready for sectionals, but we've still got a couple weeks left now in the season, and we're hoping to get people out of the way, and we'll find out what sectionals look like here as we move forward into the postseason. Nice ball up and over, trying to find Josh Miles again. He was right in front of the official, maybe one step offside, and the ball comes out. Dansville playing it all the way back in, up and over. Going to go off the foot of number 21. That's Birmingham for the Dansville Mustangs. Ezra Hogue doing a great job, just kind of blanketing Birmingham all night long. If he gets a foot on it, Ezra Hogue is there defending him. Just as on the other side, it's been Caden Madison doing the same thing with the other Dansville attacker as well. Certainly just not giving that attack any room to breathe or do anything. They receive the ball with their back to the goal, and about all they can do is just go backwards with that ball because of the solid defense for Coach Hill and the Rams. Certainly, if you know anything about Coach Hill, I've coached with him for several years. He likes to build out of the back as a defensive coach, and has had in the past few years had the luxury of those attackers up front that can find the back of the net as well. But very seldom do you see a Coach Hill coach team give up any goals in a season or a game, and certainly that's playing out here in 2020 as well. As we talked about, the only goal given up, 2 goals given up for the Rams, but the loss early on to Livonia, and then they gave up a late goal to Liverpool Hockey a couple of nights ago, just conceding the 3 goals. Now close to 6 games into the season. That ball now played a foul called on the far sideline. Brendan Strong, really the center of that defense we were just talking about. Very solid. He's a 4-year starter for Coach Hill, and the last of the Strong family. I think we counted at least 10 or 11 years that there's been at least one Strong family member on this Haverling varsity team. So I'm sure a lot of coaches in Livingston County and Section 5 we'll see next year when there's no Strong name on the roster for Coach Hill. Again, Brendan Strong, the last of 5 Strong boys that could have played the game of soccer for ball going down the right-hand side now. Lost out of bounds there by Kevin Buckley. Tried to get around the defender, bounced off the back of his foot and out of bounds. Dansville now going to have to throw in deep in their defensive end. About 22 minutes to go here in this Livingston County Division I matchup, and it's the Rams leading 7-0. Dansville now with the throw, and as we said, out of their defensive end into the foot of right back to the thrower. He plays the ball up and over. It's open eight. He's now playing it. Looks like an outside back for Coach Hill. He's got a couple of heads on. Ball comes down now. Ezra Hogue now defending against Birmingham. Birmingham turns. He does get a look at a center midfielder wanting to run through. They're Strong again, breaking that up. Now it's DJ Smith, all sorts of green in front of him. He's got 2 defenders. He's got Miles and Torius. He beats 1 defender. He's at the near post. Across in front of Torius. Off the foot of Torius and up out of bounds. Is a directed forward. Great move there by DJ Smith. He got the ball in front. There were 2 Rams attackers. It was Torius and Miles about the 6-yard line. And looks like they got a deflection off it, but it went up and over and out of bounds for a goal kick for the Dansville Mustangs. High school sports on AM 1380 WABH FM 100.3 is brought to you by the Italian Market at Southern Tier Provisions, featuring subs, wraps, soups, and everything Italian on Route 415 south of Bath. B&B Water and Heating. It's time to get your heating tuned up for winter. B&B can do the job on Buell Street in Bath. And the Village Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy with a 15-minute prescription guarantee. Playback in action here. It's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be Dansville with a throw in. Before we do that, about 20 minutes to go here, we got a mass break.
20-minute mass break.
Thank you for being here for today's
with
contest.
that, we're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsors. We'll be back with the rest of the second half.
With the reopening comes a shared responsibility to
Let's do,
ensure the
2 minutes
safety of
worth
the
here.
athletes, coaches, officials,
Great,
and
thanks.
everyone in attendance. To ensure the safety of everyone, it is important that you were screened prior to being in attendance. This includes having your temperature checked, resulting in a reading of less than 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and agreeing to having no COVID-related symptoms, as well as not having been in close proximity to anyone with COVID-related symptoms in the last 14 days. And that in the last 14 days, you have not traveled here from a state listed on the NYS travel advisory. These guidelines are consistent with NYS DOH. We ask that everyone wear a face covering for the entire time you are present and maintain a distance of at least 6 feet from one another unless you are near individuals from the same household as you. By following these guidelines, you are doing your part to ensure the safety and well-being of everyone in attendance, as well as supporting the student athletes in their opportunity to return to play. Thank you for your cooperation.
Who is Kitty? Are they? That's some cool stuff too. You radio guy.
Oh, thank you, Fred. Got it. 1-1.
I was gonna say, if only there was the internet.
Thank you.
And this is Mike Warren back at Clement Field with a call tonight's Livingston County Division I matchup between the Haverling Rams and the Dansville Mustangs. We're just coming back from the second half mask break, which they take about halfway through each half to give the players a breather from wearing their mask, getting a little bit of water, rehydrating, and a little bit of air. Throw in here for Dansville, deep in their defensive end, taken away by the Rams. And it's Thorius now going to take the throw in for the Rams here on the near sideline. Looking down the sideline, now he plays the ball into the middle, turns and shoots. It is Thorius in the middle to take the shot, and that's going to go out of bounds and off the foot of, I believe that's McCray, now into the game for the Rams. Buckley with the throw in into Thorius. Thorius turned to try to get a shot off with his right foot, deflected there off the end. This goal kick won by DJ Smith, taken away by Dansville. Now we're at midfield, and it's Bernie who I'm looking for his midfielder now. 27 on this side is Dave Sherr, and can't knock the ball off the foot of Buckley and win the throw in for Dansville. Sherr now right here below us at midfield with the throw in. Buckley with the header right back out of bounds. Sherr's going to try it again. This time he does find the teammates in the out of bounds. This time for the Rams, it's going to be Ezra Hogue.
Get it back, Nate.
Throw in. Data for tonight's high school broadcast is brought to you by the Senka Agency. Data has shown that the Senka Agency can save you money on your auto and home insurance bundle. See John Senka on Washington Street in
come on.
Ball come in. It's DJ Smith now getting fouled right at the midfield. He's going to get a direct kick, win a direct kick for the Rams. Again, it's right at midfield, right below us here. It's going to be Brendan Strong getting the ball and taking the kick. It's right at the center circle for the Rams.
Come on, B.
We talked about that defense for the Rams. Coach Hill, one of the things he'll do is he'll rotate a lot of players up front, but once he gets a solid back three or back four, they're going to be in the game pretty much most of the game. He likes to preserve those shutouts and not give up a lot. Ball in front now, great shot there. Number 18 for the Rams. That was Baldwin. Great shot on the goal. Better save by Carnivale. Rebound came and one of the other Rams players, I believe it was McCray, put it up and over the top of the goal. Great save there by Carnivale. On a good shot there from Baldwin as well. About 8 yards out, Carnivale, all he could do was get a hand on it, gave up a rebound. But the rebound shot for the Rams went up and over and out of bounds. Goal kick now for Dansville all the way up. It's going to be Shearer now on the ball, playing the ball in the midfield. Bratz nods it down, gets it back from Smith. Can't quite maintain possession. Bratz still battling now. He's in the midfield, giving Yardem a breather. So it's Smith and Bratz is down in the center midfield. Dansville now looking to play a true ball. They can't as it's Orphanites doing a nice job on the defense, stepping up, getting the ball up to Thorius. Thorius to Bratz, out to the outside to McRae. He's in the box, plays a far post, and it's going to go out of bounds wide for another goal kick for the Mustangs. Good build up there by the Rams. It was Orphanites winning the ball in the back, finding a teammate up front, getting the ball out wide to McRae, and McRae just putting the ball wide and out of bounds. Ezra Hode now checking out, and it's going to be Caden Madison checking back in for Ezra for the Rams. As we said, that back defense is pretty solid back there. That's a tradition of Coach Hill. Not very often does those back three or back four come out of the for Coach Hill, unless there's an injury or something else going on. Throw in now for Dansville. One there by Orphanitis. Caden Madison coming across, playing the ball forward, trying to find Baldwin. He does. Baldwin's still on it, trying to get back. He finds Thorius now about 18 yards out. Thorius trying to get past his last defender. Now it's McRae playing the ball back in front. Smith now at the 18. He gets a shot off, deflected off the Dansville defender. Out of bounds. Another corner kick for the Rams. Again, good pressure here by the Rams. This time it was Smith. He got the shot off, and I think Cardinelli glad that one deflected off the foot of one of his defenders, but that might have had the far post written all over it for DJ Smith in the midfield. This corner kick this time is Northern's out of the game. It's going to be taken by Bram Pomplus here on the near sideline. Right up and over the goalkeeper. Keeper gets a hand on it. Scoots all the way across and off the foot of the defender on the far sideline. And a corner kick for the Rams. This time it's Pomplus jogging across, getting the ball. He's going to go across the field for another corner kick for the Rams. I haven't been keeping track here, but I think we're probably in double digits or close to double digits here for corner kicks for the Rams on the evening. It's Pomplus again, several Rams still in front. This ball played right in the center of the goal, headed down by Baldwin, and it's a goal. It's Pomplus to Baldwin with a header, and the 8th goal of the night for the Rams. Great ball played in there by Bram Pomplus on the corner kick, right to the head of Brody Baldwin. And Baldwin knew what to do with it. He nodded it down back to the near post where the ball came from. The goalkeeper was coming across, and he beat that goalkeeper, finding the side of the net, putting the Rams up 8-0.
Good job, Brody!
Again, that ball, corner kick, set pieces for Coach Hill are just as important, as we said, as his defense. That set piece there coming at the foot of Graham Pomplus with a corner kick, and certainly the Rams know what to do with it with their head. They found the back of the net. It was Brody Baldwin putting the Rams up at 8-0, about 15 minutes to go here in the second half. Off the kickoff, it was pretty much a shot maybe on goal. Tried to find keeper Jamie O'Neill hot off guard. Didn't do it. Jamie able to handle it very easily. Punted the ball up over midfield, out of bounds. Off the Dansville player, the Rams down in the fairway on that far sideline. Ball bounces out. Rams trying to maintain possession. They can't. Headed nicely over midfield by Dansville. Back into the center of the field. This time it's going to be Brendan Strong now coming up, and he's now playing in the center midfield. It's going to be DJ Smith checking back, taking the center back position. And Brendan Strong, just as we were talking about, Coach Hill doesn't do much. Bringing those back.
Give and go.
Here he is, Brendan Strong, moving up into the center midfield. And DJ Smith, who is very familiar with that defensive position, is now all the way in the back. Pass now for Dansville, tries to get past DJ, can't do it. DJ, just for safety, plays the ball out of bounds. Going to give Dansville a corner kick. I believe this is their first of the night here with about 14 minutes to go. It's going to be Dansville on this near sideline with the corner kick. Dansville players, a line of 6 of them lined up about the top of the arc. They're now all running far post, trying to get some confusion in the Rams defense. They do. The ball comes down off the chest of the Dansville player, still in the box, trying to turn, and going to be a foul called on Dansville. Lift our team up, push there on Dansville, and DJ Smith goal box for the Rams. Dangerous chance there off that corner kick, as we said. All the players lined up in a line outside the arc. They were running in circles, trying to create confusion for the Rams, and they did. Ball came down, fortunately, to the foot of the Dansville player. He was called with a push. Ball played now down the left-hand sideline. out of bounds, or are they going to keep it in? Do keep it in off the, give the Rams a throw as opposed to another corner kick. It is going to be Brendan Strong on that far sideline to take the throw, and again, he's moved up into a central midfield position out of the center back. He is on the far sideline ready for the throw, and Dan Waters, who has scored his, I believe, certainly first goal of the season, potentially first goal of his career earlier tonight for the Rams. He's back into the game for Coach Hill. Ball played out to the midfield now. There's Caden Madison doing a nice job again defensively on the attack and winning the ball for the Rams off the foot of the Dansville midfielder, and a throw in for the Rams on the far sideline in front of Coach Hill. Down the sideline again, the ball's going to come down to the foot of, I believe it's Braden Miltware, number 15 on the far sideline, playing on the left side on the attack for the Rams. Ball played out, up and over.
Handball.
Bounces down, it's going to bounce up into the arm. Tony,
All right, boys, get up, let's go.
We can get one.
His arm was out to the side. Going to give a direct kick to the Dansville Mustangs. About 35 yards left. They are on the far sideline. The Rams setting up with a, right now it looks like a 3-man wall. And lining it up. Nope, Coach Hill's calling the wall off. This is a little bit far out for a wall. Rams are holding about the 12-yard line, keeping the Dansville attackers out of the box. Good strike there by the player off the chest of, I believe that's Zach Russo, took it off his chest. Nope, it's A.J. Brotz, number 5, able to try to bring that ball out. One there by Dansville, it's up and over, and Jamie's a good shot on goal, about 30 yards left. The Dansville attackers just turned on him. Jamie was a little bit off his line, was able to track back, reach his hands up, and pull that ball in. Thought maybe it caught him by surprise, but Jamie was all over that, able to pull that ball in and out of danger. Ball won now by Dansville at the midfield, taken away by Pompous. Pompous trying to find number 24 on the attack with White Roger up on the attack, trying to find that out. It's Nowhere on the far sideline. He's going to lose the ball out of bounds for a throw-in now for the Dansville Mustangs. Ball comes into midfield there. Ball played up and over. It's going to be the foot of DJ Smith.
Not too much, Cam.
He can't. Ball's into the box. It's going to be O'Neal coming out. And we've got DJ Smith with a push on the Dansville player. The official on the far sideline is going to stop the
Ref, stop clock.
And I believe he's going to give Dansville a penalty kick here. A little bit of too much action there by DJ Smith. Was to the corner of the box. Looked like Jamie O'Neal doing a nice job coming off his line to go out and pick that up. But the Dansville player went down, and the foul was called on DJ Smith. And it is going to be a penalty kick. Trying to catch the number, I believe it may be number 20 here. Tyler Harris for Dansville. He strikes it. Driving save by that player. He's going to get the hand out of it. Can't quite get enough of it as it sneaks past the back of the net. And the Dansville Mustangs on the board. The Rams now leading by a score of 8-1. And again, that was number 20 with the goal, Tyler Harris for the Dansville Mustangs. Jamie O'Neal did a nice job. He dove to his left, got a piece of it, but not quite enough of it. And the ball scooted underneath the sand and did find the back of the net for Dansville. The Rams now leading by a score of 8-1. We got just over 10 minutes to go here in regulation. The Rams up again over the Dansville Mustangs from the field on the Rams radio network. It's Strong now playing the ball all the way back to DJ Smith. He's going to try to get the ball into the corner a little bit too far out of bounds and a throw in deep in the defensive end.
10 minutes to go.
Chasing the ball down, one of the Dansville players back there. And then, as we said, deep in the defensive end, that ball just went out of bounds off the kickoff. And Dansville with a throw, trying to get it out of their defensive end. It's off the drop this time of Butler. And another throw in. They gained about 20 yards this time. They're just about in front of Coach Hill now. Coming into A.J. Brotz. A.J. doing a nice job winning it, getting it up and over, trying to find Waters again in the box. Waters can't quite get to it. And Dansville comes out. Kept in there by Josh Miles. Miles trying to get around the midfield. I believe Miles now maybe playing back in the midfield. And nicely defended there by Dansville. It's Gavin Buckley doing a nice job tracking in. Brendan Strong trying to keep it in. Dan Waters tracking that. Dansville playing it all the way back to the center back. Dan trying to track it down. Can't quite. Kevin Buckley, nice header up and over to Miles. Miles finds Strong. Strong tries to play it off the outside of his foot, looking for nowhere going down that left-hand side. Couldn't quite get it to him. Miles now back to Wyatt Rodburn in the middle, and it's going to be midfielder there getting past Strong. Dansville now playing the ball down the right-hand side. DJ Smith tracking back. He's not going to have it. Plays the ball out of bounds. Does give up to the second quarter kick of the night for the Dansville Mustangs. DJ wasn't going to take any chances of that before the Dansville player got there. DJ cleared that out off the end line as opposed to the sideline. So again, giving Dansville a corner kick, their second of the night. About 8 minutes to go here. The Rams up by a score of 8-1 on the Rams Radio Network. Corner kick now on the far sideline. Looks like Dansville might want to try to play this short. Nowhere's out there. He's going to try to track it down. It's ball coming to the far post, up and over everybody, and it's going to be looks like AJ Grotz there trying to track it and get it out of bounds.
Good passes, good passes.
Zach really trying to track this ball down. A couple defenders now playing the ball back and forth, up and over. Josh Miles trying to win the header. He can't finally clear it out of danger by DJ Smith, up and over everybody, and out of bounds just next to Coach Hill for a Dansville throw in front of the Haverling bench. That throw comes down the sideline, step up there. One of the Rams players does go down. We'll get a number here, maybe Charlie Horse, as he won the ball. Let's see if we can get a number on that. And see who it is. He hasn't quite turned, so I can see who it is. He is back up. It is AJ Grotz is spent. Looks like maybe he got a foot or a knee to the thigh. Looking at Charlie Horse, he's walking it off. It's going to be DJ Smith just inside midfield, taking this ball up and over at the near post, headed off the sideline by the Dansville player. Great ball in there by Smith, hoping to get a ram on the end of that. Couldn't quite do it. There's a Dansville player able to knock the ball out of bounds, and it's going to be another corner kick for the Rams. Last one they had, as we said, it was Pompous laying the ball right at the 6, and it was Brody Baldwin with a header, able to knock that one in for the Rams. 8-ball. We'll see if another Ram can get on the end of this. It is Pompous again with the corner kick on that far sideline. Several Rams now in the box, including Ezra Hode now checking in. This ball bending in. It's Josh Miles with a head on it, cleared away off the end line by Dansville. It's now Engler tracking back, winning the ball for the Rams. He plays the ball forward to Zach Musso. Musso playing the ball at the far post. Nice job by Carnivale coming up, reaching up, grabbing that ball out of midair. If there was a Ram right behind him, they would have probably knocked that one in. Carnivale doing a nice job pulling that in just out of danger for the Ram to get to. Out of bounds this time by the Rams. It's going to be a throw in for Dansville, right about midfield on the far sideline. Ball comes in right in midfield, one there by Ezra Hode.
Stop.
And the official's going to stop the clock, and we'll see where he's going to go. Got a bloody nose. One of the Dansville players is going to be jogging off to it, and the official just stopped the play to make sure that he can get off the field, get that addressed. And now Dansville will take the throw, and Coach James getting a sub in for that Dansville player. Throwing again right at midfield on the far sideline, and ball's in play, and still some confusion going on the field here. One referee said good to go, the other one said it wasn't. It did go out of bounds, I guess, off the Rams, and I guess it's a handball. The Rams heard the whistle blow, I guess grabbed it from the throw-in, and the whistle was to play back in action as opposed to stop play. And it's going to be a direct hit now. Ball into the 12.
Get in!
Still bouncing around in the box. Nicely cleared now. It's going to be Zach Musso. Up and over everybody. Josh Miles trying to track it down. He's on a run now. It's his teammate, Wyatt. And it's going to be Miles with a foul. Wyatt Rodburn was there with him. Miles couldn't quite slow down, actually a little bit too much steam, and knocked the Dansville defender over. Ball played up forward again, cleared this time by Dansville, up and over midfield. It's DJ Smith.
Come up with him, come up with him!
Wow.
He misses the first time, clears it out the second time. Well out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw into Dansville now. In the attack again. About 4 minutes to go here from Clement Field. It's your Haverling Rams 8. The Dansville Mustangs 1. Throwing comes in, one there by Orphanite. Dansville now trying to track back. They've got possession. Miles trying to win it. Off the Chester Miles out of bounds. And a throw in for Dansville. Miles had a big head of steam here just a minute ago and really couldn't change direction and ran over the Dansville defender to the side out. Ball one there by Ezra Hill out of the back. A little bit of a trick from the Dansville defender as Hill was trying to get rid of it. Followed and be called on the Dansville attacker just before Ezra was able to clear that. This time it's going to be Orphanite setting it up, and I think it's going to be DJ Smith taking the kick from the Rams defending end right about the edge of the center circle. Smith looking to see what he's got for Rams running around the front. Ball bounces up and over, headed out nicely by Dansville. Eigler now on the end of it, looking for Josh Miles. Can't quite get it to him. Zach Russo trying to keep it in. He can't keep it in. Dansville now going straight down the center of the field, and it's going to be DJ Smith clearing that ball out of danger to the Rams. In the center of the circle now, it's Ezra Hill getting a little bit of speed, trying to get around that defense. He finds Miles. Miles now gets through the defender, shielded nicely there by the back defender for Dansville, and into the hands of Carnivale. If that defender hadn't shielded it, I believe Miles would have been 1v1 versus there done by the Dansville defense. Just over 2 minutes to go here from Clement Stadium, and Rams still leading 8-1 over the Mustangs. Throw in now on the far sideline. Looks like it's going to be a Dansville throw off the foot of one of the Rams players just to the side of the Dansville bench.
Get in the box,
All the way
boys!
down into the corner now, and it's going to go out of bounds off the end line. That was the attacking player. The ball went out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for the Rams.
Stop.
Rams again with a couple more subs, so we got a stoppage of 3 here again with the clock stop.
Why did you stop?
I think they had to go get the
The
ball.
clock is stopped, but typically in South Korea we can stop it. But, it is stopped. The Rams now going to take the goal kick, and the official puts play back in action. That ball went out of bounds off the end line. Stephen Smith now with the goal kick right over the center circle, over everybody's head. He found Coach Hill on that far sideline. Nice trap there by Coach Hill. In his younger days, was a great player in his own right. Played here at Haverling. Went to the first team that went to the state championship finals, and went on to play at Cooper College as well. Nice shot there by Josh Miles. Good save there by Carnivale, and able to clear that ball free. Back into the middle now. It's going to be Baldwin battling with the midfielder.
Good ball up.
Over DJ Smith. Playing the ball out again. Nice header there by, I believe that's Buckley. Trying to go up again for the second header. No foul called. DJ Smith coming out of it with the ball. Gets rid of it. It does go down. Rams still now in midfield. Dansville keeps the ball up in the second end. Nice job there by Engler. And a whistle there. A little after the play, one of the Dansville players was able to got a little bit of a push on Graham Pumper, and the official saw it, and the Rams going to pull it back out of their defensive end with a direct kick. Getting a little chippy here late in the game, just under a minute to go, and a little bit after the action there, the Dansville player got a piece of Graham Pumper. Graham didn't really like it. Nice job there done by the official just to settle things down, give the Rams a kick, and move on. So, about 15 seconds to go in this match. And a kick there by DJ Smith up to Zach Russo. Zach able to come down with it. It's going to be Baldwin battling, trying to get the ball through. It's Russo again, playing the ball straight ahead, and it's timed right into the hands of Carnivale as time ticks away. And it's the final one. It's your Haverling Rams 8 the Dansville Mustangs won tonight's Livingston County Division I matchup. Pretty much a great job all around. As we said, we got on the air a little bit late. The Rams were already ahead 3-0. They made it 5-0 by the mass break in that first half. And that's where it stood at halftime. Came out strong in the second